We looked at traditional transitional housing programs, and then we adapted it to meet the needs of older victims. Again, the first thing was a safe neighborhood. Nobody wants to live in bad neighborhoods, but especially as older individuals, we feel even more vulnerable because of that. We have mobility issues, for example. Transportation is a problem. So you want to look at where you're going to provide the transitional housing. Once again, the physical layout. Grab bars in the bathtubs, roll-in showers wherever possible, raised toilet seats, grab bars on the toilets. We have a couple of units that are ADA regulated, and so we've lowered the sinks, for example, and there's no cabinets on top, so that if she needs a walker, she can use her walker and do her dishes. It's not a problem. The staff, I think it's imperative for the staff to be trained in working with older individuals. Resources, again, I cannot say that enough. We're not working with a young woman who has young children, and her focus is going to be employment, childcare, whereas the older woman, her focus is going to be applying for early Social Security, perhaps trying to access health care because she's looking at divorcing her husband and she's going to lose the health insurance under his care. The issues are really very unique to the older victim, and we need to address those issues.
Thinking about older victims in transitional housing, we have to sometimes think about, oftentimes in urban settings, we have transitional housing, and they're usually in facilities that are older. They don't have a lot of accessible things in them. And so they do not have an elevator, or they'll have a ramp, but it's not consistent with what the ADA standards are today. We have to think about just where placement is of the bathroom, their toilets, where the sink is. Do they have enough space? Will they be able to bring their own things in? And oftentimes in transitional facilities, we do this 30% thing. 30% of their income. We need to think about, when we're asking people for specific amounts of money, what that will mean to them. Are we going to create another hardship with the things that we are asking them to do financially, as well as being aware of the individuals that reside in the homes or facilities close to the building. Oftentimes we're only looking at a property. We're not looking at, okay, is there a store in that area? Is there a grocery store in that area? Is there a green space? Can they walk out safely? Is it a bus line? Is this a hard place to get to because of narrow streets? In some urban cities, there's cars parked on the side of the street. Are there a lot of children in that neighborhood? There's things that we need to think of. We need to think of about their ability to even the locks on the doors, who comes in and out. Accessibility for the people that are even working in the transitional housing, and the things that we've done so traditionally of walking in and out of people's homes, going through their cabinets, all in the safety realm of making sure that we're providing good services and it's a standard. We need to think beyond what the standard is to what the need will be for the elder victim. When locks on windows, how safe do they feel? Are they in a neighborhood where they need to be moved somewhere else? Sometimes people come in transitional housing, if they're trying to be in a safe place and their home is right down the street, we move them, but we move them a block away. Things like that sometimes we don't even consider.